And Grant, we've got two teams here that don't need to rely solely on their starters. They've got a lot of firepower coming off the bench.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of talent on display for both sides. And that depth makes each team more unpredictable on offense. Both sides have a number of guys who can step up on any given night.
The starters for the Memphis Grizzlies. Brooks and Jackson, the defensive forward pair. Moran and Bain in the backcourt together. And it's Adams in at the 5 down low. Now here's Moran. There's Jackson with the 3. It's rebounded by Zubac. Now here's Jackson. Leonard outside. It's George on the wing. Leonard outside. Pass to Jackson. 5 to shoot. And there's the call on Dylan Brooks. That's his first foul.
First team.
Stolen by Jackson.
Stealing a ball in the NBA, it takes more than quickness. It takes smarts. Run it.
Brooks, the pass to Jackson. Oh, they get a hand on it. From deep, Bain. Can't get it to go. Missed his first one. Pass to Jackson. George against Brooks. George passes to Jackson. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Desmond Bain. That's his first foul. Here's Leonard. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
And Kawhi Leonard, one of 3 perimeter players to win back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year awards. It's him, Sidney Moncrief, and a young Dennis Rodman.
And for his career, Kawhi Leonard has more steals than fouls, Greg.
You know, B.A., he and Jimmy Butler, I believe, the only 2 players to achieve that after a decade in the league. A pretty remarkable achievement. I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate,
it doesn't make it easy, does it?
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
Now here's Jackson. And stolen by Moran. Pass to Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
We talk about Jackson's elite shooting for a big, but this is the other thing that he can do when his mindset is to attack.
Jackson, pass to Morris. George outside. The shot, no good. Now Memphis takes it the other way. Outside Moran. Pass to Brooks. Now here's Adams. Outside Bain. Fires the 3. Oh my! And in a game this close, they're going to challenge the call. Coach does not agree with it, and he wants him to take another look at the monitor.
People were worried that this would slow the action down. But with so many close calls in every game, the NBA was smart.
The previous play is under
2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
And he's good on the first of 3. No good on the second free throw. And he nails the third. The Clippers trail. Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. Pass to Morris. Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over.
Things just aren't going their way. He clearly wants to talk it over.
Good timeout if you ask me. They have the momentum, and Coach wants to find a way to try and stop it.
Now here's Jackson. Here's Morris. Clock at 4. Kicks it to George. Jacks up a 3. And that comes off the assist by Morris.
Just a drop in the bucket for PG-13. He will roast you from the corners if you let him.
Morant into the lane. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
And defensively, you have to make him work harder than this, or it's going to be a long night.
Jackson, pass to George. Back to Jackson. Pass to Leonard. And here's Jackson. Back to Morris. Jackson against Morant. And they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds. Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over.
Yeah, hoping to tap into something that'll get them clicking.
Yeah, they need to regroup and maybe try and draw something up that can get them a clean look at the basket.
For Memphis, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. Outside Payne. Back to Morant. The 3 is up. It's rebounded by Morris.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Leonard passes to George. Can't hit from in close. Memphis leading. Pass to Payne. 3-pointer. Morris against Jackson. Back to Payne. Oh, George with a steal. Morris outside. 3-pointer, no good.
And sometimes on defense, you could just get lucky.
Memphis has gone 0 for 3 from downtown. Adams with the ball. Here's Morant. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Clever play by Morant, sticking with his shot to ensure he gets himself fouled while in the act.
And Morant drops them both. Here's Jackson. Well, he hasn't put up any points yet in this one. Pass to George. Oh, Brooks with the steal. Outside Payne. Brooks finds Adams. Now here's Jackson. Over Morris. Kept alive.
And on the offensive end, this is how Adams hurts you. You have to be aware of where he is at all times.
And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. All right, guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Grizzlies? Memphis with the ball, and grant a career resurgence for Reggie Jackson.
Yeah, B.A., after dealing with injuries, even at one point considering walking away from the game, he's found renewed success, and he's shown he's got plenty left in the tank.
On the court for Memphis, Morant and Payne in the backcourt together. Brooks and Jackson, the defensive forward pair. And it's Adams in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now here's Jackson. They lead by 8, biggest lead of the game. Pass to Payne. There's the triple. It's rebounded by Zubac. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Jackson, pass to George. And here's Jackson, pounded by Morant. 5 on the clock. Leonard on the take. Second chance effort. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Jaren Jackson picks one up.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
Well, we talk about the critical importance of the wing position, RJ. From the time you played, how do you think that position has evolved?
Well, when you talk about positionless basketball, it really falls on the forwards. You want them to have more responsibilities. You want them to be able to guard 1 through 5. You want to be able to run your offense through them. So the wings in positionless basketball have a lot more responsibility.
And it's the Clippers on the break. Counted from distance.
With confidence in his shot, Kawhi doesn't think twice from there. Just fires with conviction.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thank you, Brian. Well, Paul George has certainly endured his share of criticism in the past, but he said, quote, "I can't worry about that. It comes with the job. I am who I am. They can judge me on what they want. I'm going to go out there and hoop and give it everything I've got." And guys, he brings a lot to the table.
No question, he is elite, Allie. Thank you. Nails it from beyond the arc.
A fantastic three-point shooter. All George needs is a little airspace, and he's golden.
Here's Morant. And the Grizzlies get another bucket right there.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
Jackson outside. For three, George. That basket is good. Off the assist from Jackson. George has got 6 points in the quarter. For Memphis, they've gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. Morant against Jackson. Morant, the pass to Bain. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
What a pass from Morant. He does a terrific job staying alert, seeking out the right opportunities to get his teammates involved.
Out to Leonard. Zubac passes to Leonard. Here's George. Morris on the wing. Oh, and a slam dunk by Morris.
George can make the tough passes. He can also make the easy ones, too. No way he was going to miss the wide-open man on that one.
Now here's Morant. Give him 8 points now. Bain finds Morant. Shot blocked. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Zubac. Here's Morant. Shot clock at 5. Here's Jackson. And it's off the back of the rim. No good.
Defense kind of rolled the dice there, and I'm a little surprised that it ended up going their way with the miss.
Here's Leonard. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Left side, Morant. That one's good from the corner. Morant's got 10 points in the game.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player. Every night, John Morant has a hard job to do. He draws the opponent's toughest defender in each game they play. That's how talented of a scorer he is.
Here's Leonard. Yes, and a nice assist from Jackson. Jackson's got 3 assists now in this one. Now Morant, 10 points for him. That one a little long. Well, you talk about the D Morant has to face. Yet he finds a way to get the best of most of those matchups, Richard.
He's got a very advanced offensive skill set. He can score off the bounce. He can spot up. Depending on who's guarding him, Ja can adapt and find any weakness.
And it's the Grizzlies with the ball. The Clippers getting their last shot to go. Jackson, pass to Adams. And it's slammed in by Adams.
And whenever Adams is aggressive on offense, it helps big time, especially when he's dunking it hard inside.
Morant against Jackson. Out to Leonard. Pass to Morris. Fires from the wing. Leonard against Brooks. Here's George. And the jam by George.
That's right. PG shows these fools what's up.
Morant, the pass to Bain. This one for 3. Morant, no good. Leonard for 3. George for 3. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a...
The Grizzlies, 22.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Paul George has been sensational.
He's been so disruptive defensively in the first half. His fast hands pick plenty of pockets.
Not only does he have solid defensive instincts, he just plays extremely hard. And I know people might not realize this, but that is a skill, and it is very difficult for the opposition. It is a recipe for disaster.
Wall and Powell in the backcourt duo. Nicholas Batum out there with Robert Covington. And it's man in at the 3. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
The vertical of Covington paying dividends. Fantastic job leaping up to slam it down.
Stolen by Wall. Pass to Covington. And the basket's good with the assist from Wall. Covington's got 4 points now in the quarter.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
Timeout called. Memphis. Memphis trailing here. And here's Jones on the wing. Conchar puts up a 3. That shot off. Los Angeles has gone 4 of 6 from three-point range thus far. Here's Wall. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Wall's got his first bucket in this one.
Assertive play by Wall inside, pushing hard to find himself a shot.
Outside Jones. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
He really gets in perfect position for the follow. Just a terrific read.
Up top, Wall. And the big finish by Wall.
Getting up and finishing with muscle. Love seeing Wall tack the basket with ferocity.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
To the middle. Here's Clark. Oh, Clark with the slam.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. Now here's Wall. Powell finds Wall. Here's Man. Takes a 3. Williams grabs the board. And the foul called on Nick Batum. That's his first foul. And the fans love seeing incredible moments on defense like that block.
You know, you can't ask for any better defense than that. He responded so fast to the shooter, and it stifled him.
Here's Jones. Well, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Williams on the wing. Over Covington. Williams misses.
And that's a low percentage shot, and I'm sure he knows it.
And those are the type of shots that just drive coaches crazy. Look, I wouldn't be shocked to see him sitting on the bench if he tries that bad boy again. The speed John Wall plays the game has always been the thing that sets him apart. And even as he's pushing the tempo, he just stays in control.
Willing passers, unselfish play. You have to appreciate this kind of offense.
Here's Wall, and the big finish by Wall.
And you have to love it. The floor general taking things into his own hands.
Just the aggression they're looking for, man.
No doubt. That's the kind of play that can energize the whole team, and they will take it in a close game like this.
Here's Conchar. The Clippers getting their last shot to go. Hey, how's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
Now here's Powell. Pass to Wall. Just 5 on the clock. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. That's on Brandon Clark.
Standing at 6'4", Wall is a big point guard. That size along with his handles help him operate inside.
Well, you talk about Wall's speed, Richard. There aren't too many players quicker to start the break than him.
He loves to get out and run. If Wall has a chance to push it and catch the D off balance, he'll do it. Just the kind of mindset you want at the point.
And when the game is this close, you have to go all out.
He certainly understands his role, huh? When the shot goes up, just crashes the offensive glass.
He's just giving them everything he has. It's why his teammates appreciate and enjoy playing with him.
Oh, unselfish basketball from Covington. Now, his teammates appreciate his willingness to hit them when they're open.
Here's Conchar. No, they're unable to get the tying basket there. Pass to man. Outside Covington. Back to man. The three. Hits a three-pointer. Now it's a 6-point Los Angeles lead.
That right there, that's the kind of look this system is designed to create.
It's stolen by Wall. And there's the drive. And the big finish by Wall.
And you can't talk about acrobatic finishers without talking about John Wall. Man, he's explosive.
Here's Conchar. And another miss by Memphis. And out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it.
Substitution on the floor.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
I feel like we've seen more slick passing big men in the league today than we've ever seen.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. On the court for the Grizzlies. Payne and Brooks out on the wing. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. And it's Morant in at the point guard position. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Forget the long-range shots. He wants to challenge you down low.
And a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for the Clippers. And Morant drops them both. The Clippers in the lead. Here's Jackson. Takes it inside. And the dunk by Jackson.
And he just driving the stake in him there.
He's a guy who just never lets up.
And that finish shows you how dangerous he can be as a passer and a finisher.
Morant. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
And we talk a lot about Morant's athleticism and skill, but what stands out for me is his effort and intensity that he plays with.
And so he hits both. Los Angeles has gotten 6 of 10 three-pointers to drop. Jackson with it. George outside. And Morant clears the board.
And he's usually able to score on that type of defense rather easily. Surprising to see him come away empty.
Jackson for 3. Good. And the setup by Morant. Morant's got his 4th assist in this one.
Showing he can make this shot. Give Jackson Jr. room to take the triple. Oh, and he will.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Guys, at the last break, I listened to Tyronn Lue address the team. He spoke about their approach going forward. He believes that this is a mental battle. He told his players how we think about each possession will determine the outcome. Let's stay locked in.
Allie, thank you.
An elite player in this league. It's Paul George stepping up, scoring in bunches tonight.
Morant pass to Jackson, and they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
Can't ask for a better look with the game in the balance. The son of an NBA player, Jaren Jackson Jr. I actually played a bit with his dad, Jaren Sr. in Orlando back in the early 2000s, which means I'm old.
Now here's Jackson for 3. George connects from downtown. George has got 21 points in the game.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
And the Jacksons, just the latest father-son NBA duo. Lots of great ones there, Grant.
So true, B.A. The Curry family might be the best ever. The Berries, including our own colleague Brent. The Thompsons with Clay in the league currently. Just some incredible NBA families to admire.
Just 4 to shoot. Jackson, the pass to Morris. 3-pointer. Good work defensively by Brooks. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. And Morant gets double-teamed. Here's Adams. And it's slammed in by Adams.
If anybody has questioned why John Morant went second overall in 2019, it's his ability to move the ball and create hoops for not only himself, but others.
Now here's Jackson. Here's Leonard. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies.
Defense pulled out all the stops to shut him down there.
Outside Bain. For three. The shot that time not on target. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Now here's Morris. Jackson finds Leonard. Now Zubats. And the call will be against Jaren Jackson. That'll be a second foul of the game.
That was a good call. The defense wasn't established.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've played about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Pass to Morris. And a nice finish on the layup. And the Clippers lead by 8.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
And it's Morant off the drive. Count that bucket.
So creative with the ball in his hands. Morant is adept at creating offenses for himself.
Now Leonard. Jackson on the wing. Lets the three fly. Zubats. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And those second chance buckets are major bonus points if you can get them.
From deep, Morant. They get it again. Here's Adams. And there's the foul. It's on Ivica Zubats. That's his third foul of the game. 55 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And it's Morant missing. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter here in the fourth quarter. Morris passes to George. Back to Morris. Clock at 6. And there's another one for the Clippers.
And guys, that's got to be the dagger. This is how you finish a game.
And it felt like they just flipped the switch to go on that run and seal the game. Saving their best basketball for the end. Always smart.
And just a crafty move to get free for the dunk.
Now, he's not just trying to score. He's trying to embarrass someone. Now here's Morris. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. George passes to Jackson.
First personal foul.
Oh, he doesn't hit the first. That was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. So it comes up empty at the line. Zubats finds Jackson. Here's George. Kicks it out to Jackson. So the Clippers win it. Even early on in this game, they appeared happy to be playing at home. All right, Allie, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. This is...
Great story, David. Thanks. So the Clippers win the tip. And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. And it's McDaniels in at the 3. Now, here is Morris. Outside Leonard. Stolen by McDaniels. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. A lot of focus on the guard matchup tonight, Greg. Both these teams rely on their backcourts to lead the way for them.
And if anything, it should make for an entertaining basketball game. And it becomes a little bit of a chess match when it's a backcourt duel. Those are always fun.
And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. Edwards with it. Leonard picks him up. Over to the left wing. 5 on the clock. Here's Gobert. And finished off by Gobert.
Karl Anthony Towns, as a big man, is a tremendously solid passer, willing to move the basketball.
And Wall kicks to George. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert. Summer of 2014, Doris. Paul George suffering a leg injury playing for the national team.
Kevin, I remember that injury like it was yesterday. There were many, including me, who wondered whether Paul George could ever be the same guy. And amazingly, he puts in all the necessary work, and I think has come back better. That is a huge credit to his work ethic and his grit.
Leonard, no luck.
It seemed like he changed his mind halfway through the layup, tried to go to something else, and flat out choked it.
Out to Edwards. Fires for 3. That shot, no good. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. George finds Jackson. Back to George. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
Here's Russell. No luck that time in the shot that would have put them on top. For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Jackson dishes to George. Back to Jackson. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Leonard, the pass to Jackson. Out to Morris. Beyond the arc. Buries the long-range jumper.
Really good job anticipating the rising fire off the catch. Go ahead, Marcus Morris.
Russell feeling it out a bit. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Here's George. After D'Angelo Russell's bucket, Jackson kicks to Leonard. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
Well, Kawhi Leonard pure from the corner. Kawhi. Guys, you have to remember when thinking and talking about the Minnesota Timberwolves, it's an organization that is still so young.
And there's the pass to McDaniels. Shoots from 14. They get it again. Now the dish to Edwards. Here's Towns. Morris with the rebound. Clippers leading by 5. You know, basketball historians will remember that the Minneapolis Lakers, Doris, won 5 titles before relocating to Los Angeles in 1960.
And I think the current crop of T-Wolves fans, Kevin, see this as a completely different franchise from that historic team. In their minds, they haven't won a championship yet. And that fact should really motivate this current roster to get one for this group.
And here's Edwards. Kawhi Leonard getting his 3 to go. Edwards passes to Gobert. Outside, Towns. Out to Edwards. Rebound by the Clippers. Outside, George. Here's Leonard. The shot's good on the assist by George. Leonard's got 10 points in the game.
Well, the strength of Kawhi Leonard's game is in the painted area. He is so consistent as a finisher.
3 seconds separate the shot clock in game. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Minnesota shooting their first free throw of the game here.
A year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
You've got to be careful and on point with Reggie Jackson as a defender because he is so good at drawing that contact and making you put him at the foul line.
So we can't get either to fall.
Boy, that's not the result I would have predicted. Usually you can take those to the bank when he's at the line.
And that one is good from Zubac.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick two at the other end.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers holding on to an 8-point. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
The other thing they've done a great job of so far is getting offense off of their defense, forcing turnovers and quickly converting.
The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the point. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. Morris, no good. Timberwolves trail by 6. And something you always hear about Jaden McDaniels, Doris, is how effortless he makes the game look.
Kev, when I watch this guy play, I feel like he glides through an NBA game. There's a finesse that you don't necessarily see from players his size. He's a handful on the low block. This young man is brimming with potential. And one of those nights where Kawhi Leonard just decides, I'm going to take over.
So the Timberwolves call their first timeout. And different games, different officials. Something that might be called a foul in one game break may not be called in the next. As a player, how do you adjust to that?
It's a great question, and that's part of being a veteran. I learned early on, you actually scout officials the same way you scout the players. They have tendencies as well.
No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Russell's got 3 assists now in this one. Now here's Leonard. Defense is right there. Out to Morris. On the wing, George. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's Leonard in the air. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. Towns has got 4 rebounds in this game. Edwards passes to Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Rudy Gobert emphatically finishes that one. Nicely done.
And Leonard has it in the corner. Drives to the hoop. That shot misses. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. Russell inside. Jackson on him. Towns for 3. Up the line, Minnesota. Another shot. Pass to McDaniels. Leonard with the steal. Zubac with it. Now guarded by Towns. And here's George for 3. And again, it's the Clippers missing. And so it's Russell with it. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. Edwards. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 4 rebounds now tonight. George finds Morris. That's basket number 2 with his 3rd shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Well, that's just stellar concentration from the talented forward. Marcus Morris effective at keeping his balance on these tough finishes.
Back to Towns. It's stolen by Morris. Leonard attacking, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
One of the key aspects for Kawhi Leonard's scoring per game is his ability to get to the free throw line. This guy lives there.
Leonard hits them both.
And since 1999, the Clippers and the Lakers have shared their downtown LA arena. The only NBA teams to split a venue, but that's going to change soon.
Towns kicks to McDaniels. Left side, Edwards. Just 5 on the clock. Back to McDaniels. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. The Clippers broke ground on their new arena, set to open in Inglewood in 2024. I've seen the footprint. You fly right into LAX, and you see it every time. It's going to be beautiful.
And that'll be huge for the Clips. They're trying to create their own identity in Southern California. Having a venue just for the Clippers will help.
Outside Leonard. Morris finds Leonard. Outside Jackson. Back to Leonard. Out to Morris. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. .109 left now here in the second. To the left side wing. Gobert down low. Zubac defending. And finished off by Gobert.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Jackson passes to Morris. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Morris has got 8 points.
You have now got to respect the three-point shooting ability of Marcus Morris. He understands now he's got to take that shot.
Edwards dishes to McDaniels. Back to Edwards to the middle. A shot by McDaniels, no good.
You will have to finish harder than that if you want to convert traffic.
Jackson has the open look. And another three for the Clippers.
Yeah, really smart move by Paul George. Feeds a ready shooter instead of forcing his own shot.
Russell kicks to Edwards. Off target at the rim.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
All right, Dave, thank you, and time out. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half. Got inside on demand.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far the defense has not been able to counter it.
And on the floor for Chris Finch as we get into the second half. Reed is out there with Anderson. And it's Rivers. Then it's Taurean Prince. And it's Noel in at the two-guard spot.
Many teams could use a multi-position defender like Taurean Prince.
Well, defensively, you know that Taurean is going to play with great effort night after night. He does an incredible job of contesting shots, fighting through screens, and offensively, obviously, his value comes as a spot-up shooter.
And I gotta say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still, a magnificent move to the rim.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Now here's Prince. Not a lot of room. Here's Rivers. Pass to Reed. Wall with the steal. Batum finds Wall. Outside Covington. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Powell. It's hauled in by Noel. Timberwolves trail by 10. Rivers passes to Reed. Powell with the steal. Wall looking for an opening. Passes it to Powell. Stolen by Rivers. And they're moving it up. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Clippers leading by 10. Man passes to Powell. Pass to Wall.
play above the rim. Wall finishing with style.
Anderson the screen. Here's the pass to Noel. Ball with the steal. Covington passes to Mann, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touched by Prince. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Pass to Mann. Covington in the corner. Here's Mann. And Wall kicks to Powell. Shot clock at 5. Reed with the rebound. And it's Rivers with the ball. He brings it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. Doris, one thing that stood out about the Timberwolves last season was their fast-paced play.
No doubt, Kevin, and you can trace that directly to the head coaching position in Chris Finch. This is a group that loved to push the basketball up the floor, wanted to catch defenses before they had a chance to dig in the half court. And remember, that is the classic mark of a youthful team, particularly one with the athleticism that Anthony Edwards brings.
Gets it down to single digits. Anderson's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Wall against Rivers. Wall, no luck. Timberwolves trail by 9. Noel passes to Prince. Launches it. And it's rebounded by Covington. Los Angeles has gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly to the paint. In the corner, Powell with it. A reverse. He doesn't hit that one. And Minnesota will come the other way. Prince in the corner. Pass to Noel. Reed kicks to Prince. Back to Reed. 2 free throws coming up. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast.
The previous play is under
everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for.
After review, the ruling on the floor stands.
And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And you know, even if the coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
That one misses.
What's interesting to me is when somebody takes a buyout, that typically means they're close to done. That is not the case with Nick Batum. He got bought out of Charlotte in 2020, and he's still a very good basketball player.
Here's Batum. Anderson with the double team. Powell, the pass to Mann. And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That'll be his second foul of the game.
First team.
We've got 13 seconds left in the third. Anderson wide open. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Batum's got his 4th rebound in this one. From deep. Oh, he got it to go!
How about that?
That's a miracle. Are you kidding me?
Listen, under duress at the end of the period, you just throw it up.
And so it's Los Angeles, up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. Right back after this break. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard with the pass right on the money.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Wall in at the point guard. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. 6 on the shot clock. It's John Wall with the rebound.
Great contest by the defender, but that's a dunk you've got to put down in his face.
Morris outside. Left side wall. Back to Morris. George dishes to Leonard. Shoots the three. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by George. George has got 4 assists in the game. And an important part of every team's game. We'll look at the hustle stats for the Clippers.
I like their defense today, and we don't talk about that side of the ball enough. You can really change a game when you get a bunch of steals and get out in transition.
And their fast break has also been a key metric in this one. They have had a significant advantage in transition over the course of this game.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch told the team. He was disappointed in the shot selection. He told them, stay patient, run the offense, make the extra pass. You don't have to make up the deficit all at once. See if they start shooting a little better. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession. Timberwolves trail by 15. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Gobert. Banked in off the glass.
Feed Rudy Gobert down low. Watch him cash in.
And so it's Jackson who brings it up for Los Angeles. Morris outside. Pass to Zubac. Jackson kicks to Morris. Outside for George. Offensive rebound. Right side Jackson. Dishes it to Morris. From deep three-point range. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Fast break, Minnesota. George against Towns. Edwards. Out to Russell. The three. Rebound by the Clippers. Zubac has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Leonard. The pass to Morris. Outside Leonard. Takes the three. No good off the back of the rim. Timberwolves trail by 13. Russell passes to Edwards. George with the defensive effort. Los Angeles has gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. And Leonard has it in the corner. Lets the three fly. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. It's Edwards on the wing. A crossover. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Towns has got 3 assists in the game.
Well, you can see Anthony Edwards trying to probe and create an opportunity to get off the dribble drive, sees that window, and exploits it.
Here's Jackson. There's 1:17 left in the fourth quarter. A three from Morris. It's hauled in by Edwards.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
That cuts the lead to single digits.
Okay, D'Angelo. Russell mixing in a little interior work, not bashful.
Jackson against Russell. Zubac with the screen for Leonard to the inside. Zubac the pass through Leonard. On the wing, George to stop the drought. And again, no good by the Clippers.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
Pass to Morris. It's stolen by Gobert.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
I'll tell you, it's never an easy point in the game, knowing whatever you do, you're still coming away with the L.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Outside for Jackson. It's George on the wing. 5 to shoot.
Well, there is the defensive anchor of this team, Rudy Gobert, wreaking havoc on the defensive end.
So the Clippers with the win. It was up for grabs, right, David? Thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For
2K Sport, and we've got a pair of teams here that know a thing or two about ball movement, Grant.
Yeah, they really do. I mean, there's a great feel that these teams play with. Two of the smartest teams in the league. They focus on sharing the basketball and keeping everyone involved. This is a matchup for the purists.
So the opening lineup for the Timberwolves. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. And it's McDaniels in at the 3, the small forward. Now here's Russell. Pass to Towns. Here's Gobert. The kick out to Edwards. Takes the 3. Shot clock at 6. Towns with the ball. Uncovered. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
How many 6'11" guys in this league can do that? Towns is a unicorn. Awesome ability to catch and let it fly.
Here's Morant. They get it back. Adams, the pass to Morant. Outside Bain. McDaniels against Brooks. Jackson for 3. Ooh, the Grizzlies with another miss. And here are the Timberwolves.
Well, one thing you learn about Anthony Edwards, he does not lack for confidence. He wants to become the best to ever do it, and he believes he can. A one-handed tomahawk, that's a guaranteed highlight, B.A.
Check out the bench. They flew out of their seats after that.
That's how you get your teammates fired up.
Now here's Jackson. This is the jumper from the wing. And you see the ambition for greatness in Edwards. But, Grant, is he willing to do the work?
Well, B.A., think about this. He's a quick study. He listens to his coaches with curiosity. And he's driven to achieve the goals they set for him. Yeah, I think he can. Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Now here's Morant. It's blocked by Gobert.
A rangy defender with great defensive timing. I mean, why do you think they call Gobert the Stifle Tower?
Here's Morant. And then Morant with the jam.
He's shaking the hoop. He's actually shaking the whole building.
Oh, what a slam. Look here, the fans going crazy right now.
Platinum level highlight reel material. That is Showtime stuff there.
Shot is good by Edwards.
And, you know, for Edwards, it's about hitting the 3 consistently. This will help take his game to the next level.
Morant, the pass to Jackson. Back to Morant. Jackson on the wing. Pass to Adams. And it goes out of bounds. That went off Adams.
Well, he just didn't make the catch. Didn't look the ball into his hands. He must have thought the ball was going somewhere else.
Russell against Morant. Russell to pass to Towns. Oh, and Jackson with the defensive effort. Memphis trailing here. The 3 from Bain. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. The Timberwolves have gone 4 of 5 so far, looking sharp. Well, the Timberwolves struck gold by getting the #1 pick in the 2015 and 2020 NBA drafts.
You are so right, B.A. Selecting Karl Anthony Towns and Anthony Edwards, respectively. 2 important players that have already had a tremendous impact on this team.
And the basket by Bain.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Outside Russell. Unable to get that one. Now Memphis takes it the other way. Stolen by Russell. It's Edwards on the wing. And stolen by Morant. Brooks outside. Back to Jackson. And slammed it home. And a foul. A chance at another point at the line. It's going to be on Karl Anthony Towns. And that one falls for Jackson. Minnesota in the lead. A minute 4 left to play in the first quarter. Russell to pass to Edwards. Towns a screen on Bain. 6 to shoot. Here's Edwards. Towns. Oh, and Jackson with the block.
The attention to detail on defense. Jackson reads shooters well and knows when to go for blocks.
And he stays with it. Gobert finds McDaniels. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. For Memphis, they've gone only 3 for 9 from the floor. Outside Morant. On the wing, Bain, guarded by Edwards. Lets it go from 14, and it's Adams missing.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Good decision making. Scopes the situation, puts the pass right on the mark.
Morant with the slam!
I mean, just an agile move by Morant down low, working around the contact and getting it to go.
Morant against Russell. Here's Towns. The layup misses. And at the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Timberwolves. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. All right, let's quickly break down the game. What we've seen so far from the Timberwolves, guys.
It's simple. The main takeaway from the first quarter is they're winning this game with defense.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort, defensively, they put it all out there in that opening quarter.
Bain and Brooks out on the wing. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. And it's Morant in at the one. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
To the wing, right side. Russell against Morant. Here's Gobert. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
Terrific read on the part of Russell that time. Scanned the court, spotting the open man, and then whipped it there for an easy bucket.
Here's Morant. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
Not really the best decision. I mean, get the easy two, the for sure two. No need to make it fancy and special.
Back to Daniels. He takes it in. Outside Edwards. Just 5 to shoot. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. With the second effort, tries again with the clock winding down, and count it. The shot is good, and he'll go to the line.
I love the ferocity from Gobert. Snagging that board and getting the putback, he wasn't going to be denied.
You know, for most players, being a starter has value. But Grant, some elite teams have been elevated by great players who have accepted a reserve role.
And it's really special, BA, when you have that. Players who are willing to sacrifice for the greater good of the team. Putting winning first at all costs. And you think about it, through the years, Manu Ginobili with the Spurs, Andre Iguodala in Golden State, it really can galvanize a team and lead to winning championships.
Here's Edwards. Good efficiency. He's drained 4 out of 5.
Exactly how you want to run the break. Great execution by Edwards.
Outside Morant. Down low. Jackson can't get it to go. The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 5 since the beginning of the second. Here's Edwards. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Yeah, and you know, when Edwards is aggressive, I think it forces defenders to try to get physical back, and when he's close to the rim, he usually is able to draw the foul as a result.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. The Grizzlies have got none of their first 3 shots to fall so far in the second.
You know, when he referred to himself as the greatest big man shooter of all time, Karl Anthony Towns certainly raised some eyebrows and sparked some debate in the NBA fraternity. Oh, I love watching him flush it home, showing how easily he can get off the ground and bang it.
Russell with the ball. Jackson in his pocket. Towns passes to Gobert. It's Edwards on the wing. The 3 is up. The shot off that time. Now Memphis takes it the other way. You know, with Towns, there's no doubt he's a lethal shooter from downtown.
Well, the numbers don't lie, man. This guy, BA, has been around 50, 40, and 80 throughout his career. 50% field goals, 40% 3, and 80% free throws. Tell me how many big guys can match up with those numbers. Very few.
Now here's Towns. And an intentional foul right there.
First personal foul. 13 foul.
And now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter here. Here's Russell. Here's Gobert. Oh, and Jackson with the block. Russell against Moran. Oh, rejected by McDaniels. Jackson outside. 6 on the shot clock. Moran against Russell. Brooks from outside, and they forced the shot clock violation. Great D. Minnesota's gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Outside McDaniels. Pass to Towns. McDaniels against Brooks. Here's Edwards. And it's Bain with the rebound. For Memphis, they've gone 1 for 6 in the second quarter. Not great. Here's Moran. And then Moran with the dunk.
And look at those moves in the post. And the smooth finish to go along with it.
Just excellent work around the rim.
Left this man lunging and reaching for air. That was something else right there.
And the Timberwolves with possession here. After the basket by Memphis, Gobert with the bucket.
Towns doing a nice job with a smart play there, getting the ball to a ready shooter instead of trying to force it himself.
And it's Moran off the drive. There's Jackson with the 3. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. Gobert's got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's Towns. Can't get it to drop. And it's Memphis the other way. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
A line change here for Memphis. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Here's Conchar. And that one's good. And Green with the assist. Conchar's got his first 3 points of the game.
And they can run out the clock here. No need to rush it.
Yeah, don't give them another possession here.
Reed, a screen on Green. Pass to Reed. With 4 on the clock. Off with the layup. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game.
The Grizzlies, 17. The Timberwolves, 22.
Just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Boy, you got to like what we're seeing from Anthony Edwards.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
On the court for the Timberwolves, they've got Kyle Anderson, Austin Rivers out there with Jalen Noel. Then there's Naz Reid, and it's Prince in at the 3 spot. Now here's Jones. Inside, stolen by Anderson. And now the T-Wolves on the break. Here's Noel. Soft touch off the glass. Noel's got his first points in this one.
And clearly he needs no time to warm up.
Yeah, really good sign for them offensively. They should keep getting him touches. Make sure he gets shots in.
Here's Jones. Now quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Here's Conchar. Offline with a 3. Minnesota in the lead. Pass to Anderson. Oh, deflected. Here's Prince. Here's Noel. Oh, and he brings it down with a 2-handed jam.
Well, that's good work by Prince there, spotting the open man and then putting the ball on target on time right in the shooting pocket.
Jones, the pass to Williams. Green for 3. Rebound Minnesota. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball.
When you take a look at the former second-round pick, Danny Green, he's done a really nice job carving out a lengthy career in the league.
Now here's Jones to the inside. Williams. And he floats it in for the easy 2. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
Good play call and good execution. The offense running on all cylinders.
On the wing, Noel. Here's Prince. Off target from three-point range. And for years, Green has proven he can be counted on. He's a key piece on some title teams.
Yeah, he's got multiple championship rings to vouch for that, to speak to that. I mean, he's the definition of a 3-and-D swingman. Actually, may have been one of the guys that were looked at in creating that definition if you go back several years. He's provided lockdown defense wherever he's been and timely shot making, too.
To the right side. And Danny Green gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. To the paint. Here's Anderson. First free throw is good. And he makes both free throws.
He's one of the league's best free throw shooting bigs. A performance like this certainly proves it.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
And Williams punches it home.
He can really read the floor. Precision pass in rhythm.
Here's Rivers, defended by Jones. Pass to Anderson. Here's Brent. Back to Anderson. Driving inside. And it's blocked by Clark. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Conchar can't hit. Minnesota's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Here's Noel using his post moves to get the 2 points. Noel's got 6.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Williams misses.
Almost too wide open there. That's like a warm-up jumper for him.
Conchar pulls it in. Outside, Williams. Pass to Clark. The kick out to Williams. From outside the arc. Anderson pulls it down. Anderson's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Rivers. Clark covers. Anderson for 3. Rebounded by Green.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
The shot from 20 feet out. Williams misses.
And that's a low percentage shot, and I'm sure he knows it.
Well, you can't be forcing a shot like that. You got to keep the ball moving. Get something better.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Prince. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change. Drains the triple.
Boy, just a nice quick decision that time in the screen and roll by Prince. I like that decisiveness there.
Pass to Williams. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It's going to be on Naz Reid. The free throw drops for Williams. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. And he can't hit the second. Russell from deep three-point land. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's Minnesota in command with a... All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys possess.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. Moran and Bade in the backcourt together. Then it's Dylan Brooks. Then it's Steven Adams. And it's Williams in at the 4 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Now here's Russell. Here's Towns. And it's powered home by Towns.
Well, it's really good to see your big man imposing his will physically. Right there, Towns with a statement finish.
Morant, the pass to Bade. Outside Morant. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
Ooh, bouncy. That should give him a nice lift.
Good timing. They needed that one.
And, you know, that's exactly what happens when you don't settle. That's the result. Tremendous effort and a big-time finish there. And he almost
almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
And Gobert with the stuff.
With incredible agility and reflexes, Gobert excels above the rim.
Well, the Grizzlies shooting an unimpressive 30% in this game so far. Pass to Williams. Back to Morant. Up and over Russell. That one's wide left. For Minnesota, they've gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. It's McDaniels on the wing. Brooks defending. And it's McDaniels off the drive. Oh, a dunk and a foul! A powerhouse move! He's got a chance for one more at the line. That's on Steven Adams. Jaren Jackson, he's checked in for Williams. And a little over a minute and a half gone by in the fourth. Morant with it. On the wing, Bane. There's the drive. Uses the glass on the layup.
He's a potent mix of effort and ability. Hard to shut down a player of his caliber.
Now Russell. Pass to Edwards. Now here's Towns. The 3 ball. Offensive rebound. From downtown. That one is off. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. Inside. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. Outside McDaniels. Outside Russell. Here's the 3. Edwards fires from way outside. Another miss by Minnesota.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check, and it was maybe a step out of his range.
And that shot was going nowhere thanks to that aggressive swat.
That's exactly what a team needs when they're playing from behind. Energetic defense.
And here's Russell. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth. Beyond the arc. Left side, Edwards. Towns for 3. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Morant's got 5 rebounds in the game. And there's the call on Karl Anthony Towns. That's foul number 2 for him. 1:51 left to play in the fourth. And here's Morant outside. Here's Adams. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
The strength of Adams is incredible. Able to finish off shots despite getting hit on the way up.
And an important part of every team's game. A look at the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
Their defensive intensity has served them well. It kept the offense scrambling and resulted in several steals.
You know something else, guys? You know, they came out of that tunnel sprinting in a full stride sprint. That translated to the floor and lots of success in the fast break game.
Now here's McDaniels. Outside Edwards. Pass to Towns. McDaniels from long range. Ooh, and once again off the mark by Minnesota.
Yeah, they built a lead that simply can't be overcome at this point. So it would be a nice dub for the Timberwolves.
This team did a lot of things well tonight. Number 1 was passing the ball.
And it was a team that was in rhythm. And they just trusted each other to take the right shots.
And they got a lot of great solo efforts tonight, but probably none bigger than the performance for Rudy Gobert.
He really influenced the game with his rebounding. Just a stellar performance. With all the work he put in, he's going to sleep well tonight.
Now here's Morant. Pass to Bane. And here's Morant. Back to Jackson. On the wing, Bane. Jackson on the wing. 4-3. Gets the 3 ball to go.
He's got a sweet stroke from long range. Plenty of bigs do now.
There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. Here's Towns. 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. 6 to shoot. Russell, the pass to McDaniels. Here's Gobert. Ooh, and once again, off the mark by Minnesota. Here's Morant. Misses. And so it's Minnesota easily grabbing this one. They have to feel good about this performance. Allie, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up for Clark Kellogg. Allie. Lots of snappy ball movement in this one. These teams have incredibly strong passing games.
Yes, they do, BA. Some great basketball minds on both teams who can just pick you apart with their playmaking. I'm sure they won't make it easy on each other.
So here's the Clippers starting group. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubac play together in the front court. And it's Jackson in at the one. Now here's Jackson. Pass to Leonard. Here's Morris from behind the arc. Can't get it to go. Missed his first one. Morris against Brooks. Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
A player who's aware of everything around him. Brooks sees the man break open and hits him.
Jackson, pass to Morris. Back to George. And Morant clears the board.
In the 2021-22 season, we saw Ja Morant go from a star to a bona fide superstar, averaging over 27 points, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds.
Now here's Morris. Morris on the wing. Out of bounds. It'll be Memphis' ball. The Grizzlies have gone 1 for 3 so far. Well, Smitty with Morant, his ascension into superstardom was quicker than expected.
BA, before he tweaked his knee, he was in the top 5 for the MVP race, putting himself among the league's elite at the age of 22. And with his passion, he's only going to get better.
Now here's George. The kick out to Morris. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Trying to get his man back for the last 3. It helps to not make this personal.
Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
First quarter, just about 2 minutes in. Outside for Brooks. Fires for 3. They grab their own miss. He's off on that one. The Clippers have gone 0 for 3 from the floor to begin this one. Morris passes to Zubac. Oh, it's stolen by Adams. Out to the right wing. And out of bounds. Los Angeles will have it. Los Angeles has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Jackson, the pass to George. Back to Jackson. Leonard on the wing. Jackson outside. Morris on the wing. Clock at 6. George against Bain. George's shot is off. The Grizzlies have gone 2 of 6 to open up this game. Fires from deep. Ooh, the Grizzlies with another miss.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
If you look back to the Grizzlies postseason last year, there's one thing to remember. For most of their core guys, that was only their second trip to the playoffs.
Now here's Morant. Pass to Adams. Shoots over Zubats. Ooh, the Grizzlies with another miss. Los Angeles has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. George passes to Morris. To the left wing. Bain against George. Leonard outside. George outside. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity. Well, for that very young Grizzlies team, I'm thinking that playoff experience last year was invaluable, Smitty.
BA, no question. For every playoff game a young player gets under his belt, the more prepared he is for the next playoff run.
Now here's Brooks. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him.
Woo, blown opportunity right there. Won't get many chances easier than that one.
Good on the shot.
The defense having to respect Jackson's outside game. That opened up things for him in the inside.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Jackson outside. No good. Had a chance to end the run there. Boy, the offense has been on point.
They have great timing and great communication. So hard to get stops against them.
Plenty of space. And he wills that one in, sinking it right through the back of the iron.
Tough to shadow Morant. Explosive off the dribble, but at the same time, can stop on a dime.
Jackson, the pass to Morris. Yes, and a nice assist from Jackson.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
Outside for Morant. Launches a 3. The Clippers grab the miss. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. The Clippers on top. Good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers guys.
Just excellent first quarter defense. They've been really getting after it.
Yeah, they were very physical and very aggressive. They've just been the better team so far.
So here are the 5 for the Clippers to start the second. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubats play together in the front court. And it's Jackson in at the 1. Now here's Morant. Down low. Ooh, and Adams, strong finish.
With the ball in his hands, Ja draws so much defensive attention. Got his teammate a clean look.
The kick out to Morris. George outside. Jackson outside. Pass to Leonard. Morris outside. Oh, the slam dunk by Morris.
The team play of Leonard, a catalyst for this offense, does everything you need to affect winning.
A true utility player, Smitty. Marcus Morris brings a diverse skill set to the court.
He does. Marcus is a hard-nosed, gritty defender who can play either 4 spot or even center at times. Plus, he's a reliable scorer and a solid 3-point shooter.
Now here's Jackson. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play. And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Clippers.
Right out of the gates, they've been in attack mode. And I think that's by design because it has been relentless.
And I just love playing on teams like this, passing teams. You can tell they really like playing with each other, and hopefully they keep this up.
Here's Morris. Following the bucket by the Grizzlies. George passes to Leonard. Oh, the swat by Adams.
That's the length of Adams, but also the good instincts defensively.
2 minutes now played in the second quarter.
And coming into the league, Kawhi Leonard was viewed as a raw prospect, a solid athlete and defender, but someone that needed to work on his jumper.
First one falls for him. Well, Smitty, there's no question Kawhi has put a lot of hours into developing his jump shot.
And you see the results now. He's become one of the game's elite scorers because of the hard work he put in, even becoming lethal from outside the arc.
And Kawhi Leonard gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Brooks outside. Goes up on the wing.
You look at Kawhi's work ethic on defense. He's perfected the art.
Pass to Zubac. George with it. Morris with it. Jackson in his pocket. Leonard outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Clippers got to hurry. Late clock here. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Aggressive closeout on a great jump shooter. That's how you defend against the 3. Jackson.
And the dunk by Jackson.
Tough to miss that man. Desmond Bane read the defense perfectly.
Jackson down low. Brooks defending. Morris can't hit. For Memphis, they've gone a terrific 4 of 5 here in the second quarter. Here's Morant. And then Morant with the dunk.
You love to see that kind of elevation from your point guard. John Morant's a reliable finisher.
Jackson, pass to Morris. Leonard outside. It's George on the wing. Out of bounds. It'll be Grizzlies ball. And we have to take another look at that block.
Yeah, what a play. I mean, that'll have the offense thinking twice about taking shots in his presence.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Outside Morant. Chance there to take the lead, but a miss.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
That one misses for Jackson.
And with Reggie Jackson, it's a testament to his natural talent that he often leaves us wanting a little bit more.
From the arc. Adams grabs the miss. Adams has got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Morant. And he converts the layup. Morant's got 6 points.
Man, oh man, one of the more advanced ball handlers we've ever seen at his age. John Morant has people on skates.
The Clippers trail. Jackson on the wing, pounded by Morant. Leonard passes to George. Back to Leonard. George outside. 4 on the clock. Morris outside. From deep. George's shot is off.
We all know he's a good shooter. But from that distance, I don't think so.
You know, we're seeing players move further and further back to create space. But that does make it a tougher shot.
Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over. Here's Jackson. We've got 33 seconds left to play in the first half of basketball. Jackson on the wing. Oh, and again, unable to change momentum here. Here's Bane. Rejected by George.
Not going to be Paul George with that move. He's too long and too talented of a defender.
Just great work cashing in on the fast break.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
Morant, the pass to Jackson. Can't get it to fall. He got it up. No luck on that one. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good...
The Clippers, 21.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Man, you look at Jaren Jackson. He's been playing really well.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
They've got Danny Green. John Conchar is out there with Tyus Jones. Then it's Brandon Clark. And it's Williams in at the power forward position. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis.
Ooh, the defense gets away with a late rotation. That's a shot he normally makes.
Here's Conchar. Wall covering. Here's Green. Here's Clark. Jones against Covington. And the basket by Clark. And the Grizzlies lead by 3. And defense is now all about switching. Smitty, when you played, would you rather be switched onto a big inside or onto a smaller, quicker player on the perimeter?
Easy answer for me, B.A. I would definitely love to be switched on a little guy and use my size and strength. Obviously, they have the advantage with the quickness, but I do not want to get bruised up by those big guys.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. For 3, Covington sinks the tray. Covington's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Jones against Wall. Here's Williams. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy basket.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. For Los Angeles, they've gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Here's Mann. Green covering. And the jam by Covington.
Getting to the rim, Covington has hopped when he needs it.
Jones against Wall. Jones, the pass to Williams. Shot from the wing. And Wall pulls it down.
Easy chance from mid-range. Wouldn't be surprised to see them run that play again.
To the middle. Here's Batum. Here's Mann. Green covering. Ball for 3. Oh, and another 3 for the Clippers.
Some speedy shooting from Wall. He gets the pass and puts his shot right up to beat the D.
Jones in the post. Wall covering. And so the ball out of bounds. Jones touched it last.
This is what we talk about, value in each possession, avoiding those kinds of mistakes.
Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. Powell outside. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Clippers lead by 5.
Inside, Norman Powell relies on his agility, allowing him to navigate the paint.
Jones with the ball. Picked up by Powell. Will it go? No good. The Clippers go the other way with it.
Well, a late second-round pick in 2019 out of Florida State, Terrence Mann has proven to be a steal, and he's going to be in this league for a long, long time. Oh, excellent way to pad the lead.
Yeah, especially when it's your one throwing it down like that.
It sends a message that we're going to be aggressive no matter who's taking the shot.
So it's the Grizzlies now, following the score by the Clippers. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Conchar. Misses off the right iron. And for Mann, proving he belongs, earned him a 2-year, $22 million contract extension.
NBA, I love his game. An efficient scorer and good decision maker who doesn't try to do too much. He just makes it easy for coach to trust him with bigger minutes.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And after a series of major injuries, Wall still remains one of the more athletic players in this league.
Jones, the pass to Clark. Oh, Clark with the slam.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. Batum outside. The three. Jones grabs the board. The Grizzlies have got just 2 of 6 in the second half. To the inside. Here's Clark. Oh, Clark with the slam.
Explosive leaping ability allows him to play the 5, even though he's a little undersized.
Ball against Jones. Pass to Powell. Back to Mann. Going inside. Out of bounds. It'll be Memphis's ball.
Off on the timing, or it may have been a miscommunication. Either way, turnover.
Memphis trailing here. Here's Conchar. And that one's good. And Green with the assist. Conchar's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Wall. And the big finish by Wall.
Are you serious? John Wall with the statement. Oh, that's pretty.
Jones drives in. Pass to Green. It's hauled in by the Clippers. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the third. And here's Covington. Here's Mann. Outside Wall. Powell with it. Oh, it's blocked by Green.
Good shot blocker for his size. Danny showing great timing right there.
And so it's John Wall making highlights for the Clippers. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And from the 2-guard spot, an unselfish play like this sets a fantastic tone.
Whatever the offense requires, that has to be your mindset. Always thinking team first.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the fourth. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, the two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubats play together in the front court. And it's Jackson in at the point. Now here's George. The kick out to Morris. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Morant with it. Kicks it out to Jackson. George with a steal. And here comes the break. And the dunk by Leonard.
That's the leadership they're looking for from Jackson. Staying patient, surveying the court, locates the open man.
Here's Morant. Hands it with nobody near him.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
It's the fourth quarter and it's a close game. You want to get the ball to someone you can rely on.
Now here's Jackson, and there's the call on Dylan Brooks. That's his first foul. Grizzlies on D. 4-point game. George, right side. And the layup is good off the glass.
At 6'8", Paul George is a threat inside, looking very comfortable from in there.
Morant with it. Jackson in his pocket. Pass to Brooks. Outside Bain. Let's go with a three. The shot misses. And Los Angeles the other way now. Morris outside. George finds Zubats. Leonard outside. George outside. 5 on the clock. Morris passes to Jackson. To the middle. Pass to Morris. George left side. Lets it go from deep. Count it. And it's Morris with the assist. George has got 5 points in the quarter.
He's been doing this a long time. George can hurt you from outside, inside, and everywhere in between.
Morant pass to Jackson. And here's Bain. George defending. And he's headed to the line for two. He gets the whistle there. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Clippers?
Something I've noticed is how aggressive they've been on driving the basketball. Time and time again, they've turned cracks in the defense into points.
Yeah, they've also worked at pounding the ball inside. It gave them high percentage looks all game, and it's paid off.
Now here's Jackson. Leonard with the ball, guarded by Morant. Leonard against Brooks. Shot by Leonard, no good. Now here's Morant. He's closely guarded, and he can't jam it through. On the attack, Morris kicks it out to Jackson. Here's Zubac. Leonard outside. There's the three. Sinks it from distance. And the Clippers lead by 11.
They are unconscious from outside, and so far, the defense has had no answer.
You know what? They talked about this at halftime, and they're doing a better job of creating space.
And the foul on Marcus Morris. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by in the fourth. For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field in the fourth quarter. Pass to Zubac. Leonard outside. Here's Zubac. Adams covering. The three, George. Kicks it out to Jackson. From deep. Gets the three to fall.
Coming down the stretch, they've leaned on the perimeter game.
You know, when you're raining threes, you can stack up points in a hurry, but it can go the other way as well.
And a comfortable win for them here. Game is out of reach. Time for the fans now to celebrate a win for the Clippers.
They had to fight for this one. With the game hanging in the balance a couple of times, they've made winning plays, Grant.
It's all about having a strong mentality. What's interesting is that anytime momentum turned against them, instead of folding, they responded with their own attack.
And it was a reliably solid performance from one of their key guys. A tremendous game for Paul George.
Shouldering the load for them all night offensively. He came in focused, ready to go, and he delivered.
Now here's Morant. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in.
One positive takeaway, at least they're finally showing signs of life out there.
They put together some great possessions here at the end. It's a shame they could have used this run much earlier.
Throws it up high. And the lob disrupted. Not to be. Bain against Leonard. Morris outside. On the take. Back to Leonard. Pass to Jackson. From deep three-point range. The shot no good. So it's the Clippers winning this one easily. Exception. Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. Forced.
And Greg, you were talking about this. What you appreciate about this matchup, the team-first mindset on both sides.
Very unselfish, and we're going to see guys moving the ball. And Kevin, they play for one another. That's why these clubs rack up so many assists.
Here are the five for the Clippers. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the point. And George, here we go.
Now, Paul George is an exceptional athlete and demonstrating his insane dunking skills there. Get this guy in the dunk competition.
Outside, Towns. McDaniels passes to Gobert. Knocked away. Stolen by Zubac. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. And the wide open shot from Morris. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
Really good job anticipating the rise and fire off the catch. Go ahead, Marcus Morris.
Russell dishes to Towns. George against Edwards. Oh, goodness.
Oh, Anthony Edwards thinks this game is a dunk contest. Go ahead, young sir. What a finish. finish.
And how about the impact Anthony Edwards has had?
This guy's a real game changer on the floor. Scores it at a high clip. Can play big inside and play big outside. Does everything on the floor with a passion, with a joy, and with a flair.
The kick out to Towns. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist.
Boy, you like to see that kind of competitiveness from Karl Anthony Towns. You know this guy is going to settle the score with a three of his own.
Jackson passes to George. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Russell against George. Out to Edwards. Dishes it to McDaniels. Leonard brings the double team. Stolen by Jackson. Morris against Towns. Zubac the pass to Jackson. Kicks it out to Leonard. Lets a floater go. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle steps for the Clippers?
Just a great job so far applying pressure defensively. The opposition is on their heels with the ball in their hand. Nightmares clamps thus far.
The other thing they've done a great job of so far is getting offense off of their defense, forcing turnovers, then quickly converting.
He's perfect from the line this time.
Boy, young talents like Anthony Edwards, so exciting to watch. You know, you've got to adapt to the NBA and continue to grow and reach your potential. But there's this infectious joy and a great smile that he plays with.
Outside Jackson. Second shot opportunity. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, you look at Kawhi's career, one of the first things he did was work on his consistency from the free throw line. Why? Because he's excellent at drawing contact.
And so he makes both from the line. First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in. Russell feeling it out a bit. McDaniels finds Russell. Towns with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Back to Towns. Pass to Gobert. And finished off by Gobert.
Well, this is where Cat can manufacture additional points for his team. Defense focused and locked in on him. Find a teammate.
Morris dishes to George. The tray. And it's Russell with the rebound.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, Towns against Morris. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That is his first foul of the game. Towns kicks to Gobert. Towns, the pass to Russell. Timberwolves passing it around. 4 on the clock. Driving inside. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Clippers leading by 5. Jackson passes to George. Back to Jackson. George looking around. Out to Morris. Here's the three. Good on the three-point shot. Morris has got 5 now.
You have now got to respect the three-point shooting ability of Marcus Morris. He understands now he's got to take that shot.
Gobert. Good, and the assist goes to Russell.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
George against Edwards. George passes to Morris. Back to George. Edwards with the block.
Wow, great defensive play by Anthony Edwards, engaged on that end of the floor right now.
Here's Gobert. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. George passes to Morris. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. He has 7.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
For 3, Edwards.
Now, that's the wingspan to Paul George. He is so good at bothering shooters with that length.
Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. Clippers lead by 8. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Clippers, guys. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
And why wouldn't they? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
2 big men inside, Towns and Gobert. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. And it's McDaniels in at the 3 spot. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Timberwolves trail by 8.
And the #1 overall pick in 2015, Karl Anthony Towns has been the franchise player in Minnesota. But out to prove he can be the cornerstone on a contender.
Greg, in order for Towns to get the Wolves to where they want to go, and certainly where he wants to go, how does he take the next step?
For me, last season, an inconsistent playoff performance for Cat. He's got to make an imprint on the game, even when shots aren't falling.
Morris kicks to Jackson. And there's the goal on Karl Anthony Towns. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And so here are the Clippers. 6-point game. Outside Jackson. Pass to Morris. Shot clock at 5. Kicks it out to Leonard. The shot's good on the assist by Morris.
Well, this guy is never a bad option in a tough situation. Kawhi Leonard under duress. Nicely done.
Edwards passes to Gobert.
And one of the biggest stories of the summer was Rudy Gobert being traded. Gets a fresh start with the Timberwolves.
It's his first trip to the line. You know, Greg, you played on some gritty teams, and we hear that expression, getting punched in the mouth. And it's not usually literal. But what's that look like on the floor? What's it feel like on the court?
Kevin, you're just out hustling and out muscling the team. At times you'll see it. They kind of checked out mentally. And I'll tell you what, it is one of the best feelings in sport.
Jackson kicks to George. And here's Leonard from 3. Great D that time from Edwards. And so it's Russell with it. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. And it's Paul George with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Here is Edwards. Out left to the wing. Gobert finds Towns. 5 on the clock. There's Russell with the 3. It's good from long range. Russell's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, it's key that you've got to maintain concentration throughout the game. And D'Angelo Russell, nice job in the catch and shoot.
George with no one around. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling 3-point opportunities. How about the big guy attacking the rim? The throwdowns are loud and emphatic.
George against Edwards. A 3 from Morris. Here's George. And he makes good on the layup. George has got 10.
Well, you see Paul George's activity coming to bear right there. The ability to get a second chance opportunity. Nicely done.
McDaniels passes to Russell. Back to McDaniel. Up top, Russell. From deep. And they'll get another chance. Here's Gobert. And finished off by Gobert.
I'll tell you, with Rudy Gobert on the floor, you have got to find him the glass because he can be a force.
Jackson passes to Leonard. That shot, no good. And Minnesota now the other way. Russell dishes to McDaniels. Shoots over Leonard. Stolen by Jackson. Outside, George. Launches a three. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by George. Leonard's got the lead up to 8 now for Los Angeles. Outside, Russell. Outside, Towns. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And Karl Anthony Towns said he believes that he is the greatest big man shooter of all time. What do you think?
Well, Kev, I think a guy by the name of Dirk Nowitzki might have a thing or two to say about it, but I love Karl Anthony Towns' attitude. You have got to believe in your skills if you're going to have the kind of success that Cat has had in this league, and we know he is lethal from deep.
George passes to Leonard. And finished off by Leonard.
As good a scorer as he is, we know that Paul George is not a ball stopper. Excellent decision right there.
Russell dishes to Gobert. The kick out to Towns. Passes to Edwards. Back to Towns. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. Here's McDaniels. And there's the foul. It's on Towns. That'll be his second foul of the game. Clippers leading by 8. Outside Jackson. In the corner, it's Morris. Fires the three. Kicks it out to Leonard. Jackson passes to Zubats. From deep, George. He can't get that one to fall. And so it's Los Angeles in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. Shooting the ball so well in this one, a great performance from the field. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks so much. Kawhi, you seem to be so at ease.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. You look at Paul George in this game, guys. He's been everywhere.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out. But, boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
And let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
So with Leonard on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. Wall and Powell are the guard set. Robert Covington out there with Batum, and it's man in at the 3, the small forward. Rivers passes to Noel. Prince outside. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And so it's Wall. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
Stolen by Reed. Rivers passes to Noel. Back to Rivers. A 3 ball. Good on the triple. Rivers has got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, if you are a modern NBA shooting guard, you have got to be able to shoot with range, and Austin Rivers knocks it down.
Wall kicks to Powell. Los Angeles with another miss.
And I like the bold move of going right back at him to return the 3, but he just couldn't get it to him.
When you watch Taurean Prince play, you know it's about team. This guy finds the open man and loves delivering it.
Wall dishes to Covington. Now the pass to Man. Kick Fakes it to Covington. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Man can't hit. Timberwolves trail by 4. Oars for an opportunity knocked in the 2021 playoffs. Terrence Mann was ready to go.
He was, Kevin, and that's not the first time this has happened where an injured teammate meant the team looked to him a little bit more, and he did not waste his opportunity. He scored with a ton of enthusiasm, has a very impressive motor.
Rivers can't get it to go. Los Angeles leading by 4. Here's Powell, takes it inside.
This is Powell at his best. In attack mode, he is hard to stop.
Rivers scanning the floor. It's Prince on the wing. Inside, here's Anderson. Lays it up and banks it in.
Hey guys, that he has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
And Wall. Here we go now. Powell, no one around him. Reed with the rebound. Minnesota's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Pass to Noel. From deep. Drains the three-pointer. And now just a 1-point Clipper lead.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Probably the most important thing is they regroup. They worked out some of their frustrations, and now they're starting to have some fun.
Yeah, good job to take it right at it.
Los Angeles, they have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any.
John Wall, of course, the #1 pick back in 2010. Game is largely predicated on speed, the ability to get downhill, but boy, he has added strength to that incredibly long frame. He has been a force to be reckoned with.
Pass to Noel. And it's rebounded by Covington. Clippers leading by 3. 1:06 left to play here in the third. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Wall looking it over. Passes it to Mann for 3. Hits the three-point bomb.
We're talking about a dynamic playmaker with exceptional vision. Go ahead, John Wall.
Now here's Rivers. Kicks it out to Prince. The pass to Anderson. Back to Prince. It's Rivers on the wing. That 3 off the mark. LA has gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight. Just a little over 40%. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. For 3, Covington. The rebound by Prince. Noel. He's got 7. He kicks to Prince. Pass to Reed. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. And we've reached the end of the third. Clippers ahead. They lead by 4. And time for the short. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
3-10 quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. Hiding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. And it's Russell in at point guard. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Powell against Edwards. Into the lane.
That's about having long arms and excellent athleticism. That is excellent defense from Nick Batum.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Clippers.
Well, I've been impressed impressed with the ball movement all game long. They're really looking to just make that extra pass.
And the other thing, guys, that they've been very effective at is shooting the long-range jumpers. The defense has been having trouble closing out to them in this game in particular.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Towns wide open. He nails it. And we're tied up.
And really, after trailing the entire game, they've got to be feeling good about evening things up.
Oh, it got ugly there for a stretch. Nothing was working, but they've come back and have a chance to seal the deal.
Russell passes to Towns. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Towns has got the lead up to 2 now for the Timberwolves.
Well, strength and the ability and willingness to embrace, absorb, and finish through contact. Karl Anthony Towns.
And now I turn it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, during the last break, I heard SuperLu talking with his team. This game is close, and he told his players, hey, guys, this is when it's fun, right? This is a close game, and this is when you get to show what you're made of. Right here, right now. Kevin, we'll see how they respond.
Thank you, David.
Pretty dime there, the kind of ball movement coaches love to see.
And the Clippers call time here.
Well, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
Well, night in and night out, sometimes it's a battle of runs. Who has the most?
We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Jackson against Russell. Jackson kicks to George. The dish to Leonard. To stop the run. And the layup good by George.
Well, this is a problem for the defense right now because you've allowed Paul George to get comfortable. And when he's comfortable, he's unguardable.
Russell passes to Gobert. Stolen by Zubac. And here we go. George heading to the hoop. And George with the stuff.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Boy, in a tight game like this, that can change the whole tone. It helps your opponent get into a little bit of a rhythm.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Sinks the three-pointer. George has got the game tied up here for Los Angeles.
And he just seems to always deliver in the clutch. And he's got it going right now. That's who they want taking the big shot.
Here's Edwards. And finished off by Edwards.
Oh, the young gun, Anthony Edwards with the big-time delivery.
Jackson against Russell. Jackson kicks to George. Outside Jackson. Here's Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Let's remember this is a former Finals MVP. He will not blink in the biggest of moments.
Russell passes to Towns. With the drive. Leonard with the steal. And here comes Leonard leading the fast break. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
You can see the handle of Kawhi Leonard so much tighter than it used to be. How confident is he off the dribble?
Pass to McDaniel. 1:32 left in the fourth quarter. Just 5 on the clock. Edwards dishes to Gobert. It's hauled in by George. And so George will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They've led by as many as 11 points. There's the drive. And then jammed down as it goes right over Anthony Edwards.
Paul George loves delivering when the game is on the line. That is absolute best.
1:10 left here in the fourth quarter. Passes to Gobert. Leonard with the steal. Outside for Jackson. George with the ball. He's picked up by Russell. George against Edwards. Nobody near Leonard. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
Looking to close it out. That one might have been the backbreaker.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
There's 47 seconds left in the game. And they get it. It drops. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Oh, needing a bucket there. Towns doesn't hesitate.
Jackson kicks to George. And there's the pass to Zubats. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. It's George on the wing. He can't hit that time. Timberwolves go the other way with it.
They've got to take the first good shot they can find.
And they've got to be efficient with the clock. Quick score, quick foul.
Gobert, the pass to McDaniels. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Now George. Outside Jackson. And so Los Angeles takes the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean,
all right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up for Dorisburg. David.
With his own approach to getting ready, it's the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Brian Anderson, and joining me at the table, Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill. We've also got Allie LaForce bringing us reports. The starters for the Memphis Grizzlies. Brooks and Jackson, the defensive forward pair. Morant and Bade in the backcourt together. And it's Adams in at the center, filling out the middle. Now here's Towns. Back to Daniels. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Towns. Over Jackson. The shot by Towns, no good.
You know, last year was all about forward progress for the Timberwolves, recording their second winning season since 2005, getting on track for future success.
They get it back.
Hey, sometimes the best looks don't equate to points.
Down low. And the dunk by Jackson.
Doesn't have to get up much. Jackson Jr. at 6'11" just easily finishes that hoop.
So what do you think the keys are that can help Minnesota continue to grow over last year?
Well, you know, there's always room for guys to improve their game. But I think it's really the intangibles, building trust amongst players and becoming a more mature team.
Edwards against Morant. McDaniels. Back to Edwards. Outside McDaniels. Fires the three. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
A little over a minute and a half into this first quarter. On the wing, Bane launches it. Good. And the setup by Morant.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at it.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Russell from outside. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Morant with it. And it's Gobert picking him up. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Desmond Bain. That's his first foul.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
The Timberwolves have gone 1 of 5 to start things off. It's McDaniels on the wing. Fades back. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Well, a big trade over the summer, bringing Rudy Gobert to the Wolves. And it's a bit of a fresh start for Gobert, a main star of this team that is loaded with talent, but needed that defensive anchor.
Now here's Morant. Outside Bain. Ooh, nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Bain's got 5 points.
What a pass from Morant. He does a terrific job staying alert, seeking out the right opportunities to get his teammates involved.
Russell, the pass to Gobert. That won't go. Misses his first shot of the game. Memphis leading. Outside for Brooks. The 3 ball. Rudy Gobert with a rebound.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
And stolen by Morant. Jackson outside. Adams, the pass to Morant. Puts one up from 19. No good on the shot. And Minnesota will come the other way. There's a minute 54 left to play in the first. Pass to Edwards. The 3. The Timberwolves again can't hit. The Grizzlies have gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. On the wing, Brooks. Kicks it out to Jackson. The 3 is up. And stolen by Edwards. Into the lane. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
That'll be a move to remember. Wow.
Yeah, great creativity in the air. Now here's Morant. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Bain up and in from the low block.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Edwards with it, guarded by Morant. Russell against Morant. Shot clock at 6. Here's Towns. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. That's on Steven Adams. And Towns' three-pointer is elite. But some don't think centers should float around beyond the arc. What's the balance there, you think, Grant?
Well, I mean, first of all, it just shows how the game has evolved with big guys shooting like him. The bottom line, just play with aggression and don't settle. That triple is a weapon. You also got to use your size and skill inside just as often.
Morant with the slam!
And man, does Morant put on a show. He's got such insane athleticism.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Russell, the pass to Edwards. Now McDaniels. Outside Russell. He drains that one after 2 misses. Now 1 for 3.
Yeah, inside the paint, Russell stays so nimble, helping them get such a high percentage look.
Morant, the pass to Jackson. And a great assist by Morant as that one goes. Jackson's got 5 now.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
And that does it for the first quarter. Grizzlies out in front, up by 4. And the second. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. What stands out to you from the Grizzlies in this one?
Well, their offense is clicking so far, capturing the momentum here early on.
Credit the game plan coming in. They've identified some weaknesses, and they are exploiting them.
On the court for Memphis, Bain and Brooks out on the wing. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. And it's Morant in at the point guard. It's McDaniels on the wing. Here's Gobert. And he banks in the layup.
And this is where you get Gobert the ball. With his size and length, he's so tough to stop from there.
Russell against Morant. Kicks it out to Jackson. And RJ, you took a part in a lot of playoff basketball. Compare the intensity of the regular season versus the postseason.
It's so different preparing for a regular season game than a postseason game. You have more experience. You understand what the other team is going to do. So the prep is that much more higher, but you also have to execute at an entirely different level.
Moran against Russell. Oh, there's Moran with the slam.
Okay, I see you, Josh, flexing a little bit of muscle, showing off that athletic ability. Okay.
Outside Russell. Drops in the three. He's got 5.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
Pass to Jackson. Adams with the ball. Knocks it loose. Outside Russell. The Grizzlies pull it in.
And you don't see that every day. Usually he'll convert when he gets that close to the rim.
Here's Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Outside Edwards. Brooks with it. Now guarded by McDaniels. Outside Bain. Let's go with a 3. Offensive board. Back to Brooks. Pass to Adams. Lays it up and banks it in. And now a 3-point Grizzly lead.
Yeah, this is where Adams looks to score, especially when he has a matchup he likes. I mean, during his first playoffs, Dylan Brooks proved he was a big game player, going in 31 in his playoff debut, an upset win over Utah.
Morant, the pass to Jackson. And here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Here's Bain. Shot is good, off the back rim and in. Bain's got 9. You know, talking about Dylan Brooks, also great in those first ever play-in games, Grant.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, the Grizzlies making the playoffs, winning 2 games. Brooks was outstanding in a win at Golden State, locking down the Warriors on the perimeter.
Edwards, a pass to Towns. 6 to shoot. Stolen by Jackson. Jackson on the wing. From outside the arc. Fires in the triple. 10 points for him. All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Grizzlies. Outside Edwards. Russell, the pass to Edwards. No good on the 3.
And he does it right in his face. This is how you answer a 3 with a 3. Just merciless.
Kicks it out to Jackson. Brooks outside. From 20 feet. Jackson can't get it to go.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
Oh, Brooks with the steal. And he lobs it up. And the dunk by Jackson.
And he's no stranger to contact inside. Love watching Jackson bully his way through aggressive defense.
Here's Russell. Pass to Gobert. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Man, good whistle there.
And that one falls for Gobert. And a new group getting ready for the Timberwolves. Anderson's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. Prince comes in for McDaniels. Noel, he's checked in for Anthony Edwards. And Rivers is subbed in for Russell. Now here's Jones. Tightly guarded. Shoots. And another basket for Memphis.
He'll be asking for some lottery numbers later if he keeps knocking down shots like that.
Pass to Gobert. 2 on the clock. And the layup is good. Gobert's got 6 here in the quarter.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
And a pretty
The Grizzlies, 29. Let's do it for the Jabberwockies.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams trying to gain an edge. Boy, how about Jaren Jackson? An impressive effort here today.
And in the first half, he dominated in the post. He got the looks he wanted and was able to execute.
The question now is, will the defense keep letting him punish them inside? Or did Coach have some new ideas for them?
Austin Rivers out there with Jalen Noel. Then there's Torian Prince. Then there's Naz Reid. And it's Anderson in at the power forward position. And that's the group for Chris Finch as we begin the second half. Noel, no good. Memphis has gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. Outside, Green. Back to Conchar. Outside, Green. 4 on the clock. Jones misses. The Timberwolves trail. To the paint. Here's Noel. And Clark with a block. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. Second half rolling along. About a minute played here. Prince. And the officials call the over the back. A little too aggressive there.
Just a little too eager for that rebound. As a result, gets called for the over the back.
You have to know your positioning and where the opposition is on the floor.
And that's how you defend. Glad we had a chance to see a replay of that block again.
Oh, showing no signs of giving up this lead. That block sends shockwaves into the opposition's sails.
He finds the shooter in motion and is confident he can thread him with the lead pass. Well done.
Timeout called, the Timberwolves. And for the Timberwolves, they're shooting around 44%. Not bad. Outside, Anderson. Inside, it's tipped and stolen by Clark. Pass to Williams. Back to Clark. Outside Jones. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. And here's Minnesota now. 9-point game. Here's Rivers. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Here's Noel. Back to Rivers. Deflects the pass. Pass to Anderson. Out to the right wing. Just 3 to shoot. A slam dunk by Reid.
Doesn't believe in soft finishes. The big fella's all about power.
For Memphis, they've got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. It's Williams. High post. From the baseline. Here's Clark. Oh, Clark with the slam.
And I just love how he's making the effort plays that everyone around him appreciates.
It is certainly making an impact tonight.
Offensive rebounding is about hustle and determination. Huge putback, making a statement there.
Ooh, bouncy. That should give him a nice lift.
Good timing. They needed that one.
And they need more where that came from. They're not out of this hole yet.
Green, the pass to Clark. Oh, Clark with the slam.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Here's Rivers. Oh, there's a killer 2-hand slam.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
Williams from long range. Reid with the rebound. The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 5 from the field in this third quarter. On the wing, Noel. Now quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Here's Rivers. The offensive rebound. Anderson finds Reid. Here's Prince. Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Brandon Clark. That's his first foul. We've got 1:08 left in the third quarter. Anderson passes to Reed. And it's blocked by Clark. And he gets it back. Clock at 4. Anderson with space. And at last, they get one to fall. Anderson's got his first 2 points.
Smart decision to kick it out to another guy once the defense is fixated on him in the paint.
Jones, the pass to Williams. Nice D from Anderson.
Gotta applaud the defensive effort. It's not easy to stop him getting in the lane like that.
And the first one at the line is good. It's both from the stripe. The Grizzlies have gone 4 of 8 in the third. Right side Jones. Pass to Conchar. Intercepted. 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Brents. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change. Six on the shot clock. Noel drives in. Reed doesn't go that time. Up in time. The shot won't fall. And we've just finished the third quarter. What a tight game we've got going. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates, leading to the perfect pass.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And 2 teammates on the same page. Whew.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. On the court for the Grizzlies. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. Bain and Brooks out on the wing. And it's Morant in at the point guard position. Russell, the pass to Edwards. Towns finds Edwards. Back to Towns. To the middle. Here's Gobert. And Gobert with the stuff.
This is who Towns is. An unselfish, versatile big man with great court awareness.
Jackson with a screen on Russell. Morant, the pass to Jackson. Bain with it. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, you can give up some size, but that shows you how fearless he is, willing to attack the basket no matter who is in front of him.
Russell, that's good.
A volume 3-point shooter. The coaching staff encourages Russell to fire away.
Morant with it. Russell covering. Pass to Adams. Good. And the setup by Morant. Morant's got his 4th assist in this one.
In crunch time, trying to get the foul, the bucket, or both.
Russell, the pass to Edwards. Now Towns. Outside McDaniels. Back to Towns. And it's powered home by Towns.
I'll tell you what, that cat was strong and physical. Woo, I'm not sure how you can effectively stop Towns around the basket.
Here's Morant. Pass to Adams. Jackson outside. Back to Adams. Outside for Brooks. Ooh, it's stolen. Brooks against Towns. The shot by Russell, no good.
Great opportunity. Just couldn't complete the play.
And you have to feel for him. That's the kind of miss that will stick with you for a little bit.
Here's Adams. And they go to the intentional foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Here's Morant. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. It's going to be on Karl Anthony Towns.
The speed and athleticism of Morant is a tough combination to guard, which is why he gets fouled.
And he sinks the second. Minnesota has gone 4 of 9 so far from the perimeter. Russell against Morant. Pass to Towns. Here's Edwards. Here's McDaniels. Brooks with the rebound. Brooks has got 5 rebounds in the game. Payne into the lane. And he goes in for the dunk.
A quality pass setting up a quality shot is just textbook basketball.
Minnesota calls timeout. They trail by 6. We've got 1:55 left in the fourth quarter. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Chris Finch said to the team. He was really urging them to stay after him, saying, quote, "We're right there, guys. Keep playing for one another, and let's take this game." Bringing the inspiration. Back to you.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. The Grizzlies have gotten 4 of 5 attempts to fall so far in the fourth.
Great job on the back end of the play.
Yep, finished with both hands, making sure of it. The Timberwolves have got 3 of 6 shots to go in this fourth quarter. Russell to pass to Gobert. And now we've got an intentional foul. A little over 3.5 minutes in the books now in this fourth quarter. Edwards can't hit. For Memphis, they've gotten 5 of 6 shots to go in the fourth. Jackson with it. Towns covering. Morant against Russell. Morant with it. 5 to shoot. Beyond the arc. And again, it's Memphis with a 3.
Both sides are simply waiting for the clock to make it official. This is going to end up in the books as a nice win for the Grizzlies.
All their efforts on the boards ended up paying off.
And just 2 tough rebounding teams, but they gave the extra effort and were rewarded for it.
And what a huge performance it was for Jaren Jackson.
I think people could learn a lot from how versatile he was in this one. Whatever the situation was, he found a way to be a difference maker.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
Yeah, he might have been feeling himself a little too much on that one. He can hit it, but not consistently.
And we've got 28 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Brooks, the pass to Morant. 17 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Clock at 6. Memphis needs to get off a shot. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Morant.
That pass wandered off target. Can't lose focus on the little bitty things.
Outside Edwards. No good. And so it's the Grizzlies taking care of business in this one. Boy, a nice win on the road.